Memorial Day doorbuster deals are here at Lowe's. Right now, Rewards members save $80 on the Master Forge 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, Rewards members save $900 on the Lowe's exclusive Hisense French door refrigerator, now only $999. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of True Crime Time for Tuesday, May the 27th, 2025, and I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
May's coming to an end.
It is.
What about that? The year is halfway over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Starting the 6th month.
Literally.
We're getting older every day.
Every single day, and I feel it. I hate to even admit it. I feel it more.
Yeah. It sucks.
It does suck.
Old age comes at a really bad time. That's what that saying is. So we love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all listen, we are starting the human trafficking series, and we're trying to get the schedule straight with the lady. And it's a very compelling story. Her story is amazing. And it's got Dixie Mafia involved and all kinds of stuff. And so stay tuned for that. Hashtag Justice for Haley. Y'all, please take a minute and you can go to social media and get the Facebook contacts for the district attorney in Cobb County and the emails and the news stations. If you listen to the hashtag Justice for Haley update last Friday, you know that the Madam District Attorney has taken the case into her own hands. And this call to action we're doing now is a attaboy. Thank you for doing this, Miss Sonia, the DA, and we really appreciate it. Just giving the case the proper look that it deserves. Yeah. And there's a lot in that episode, so go listen to that. I mean, including she called Miss Barbara at home twice on a Sunday. I mean, we're talking about the head DA, not an assistant prosecutor, not a whatever. We're talking about the number one lady. And guess what? 30 years she was a cop.
Yeah. Before
she became DA. So y'all go check that out, right? Yeah. Anyway, what do you have for us today?
I have a story out of Brooklyn, New York.
New York.
And a 46-year-old woman has been sentenced to 23 years to life in prison for the execution-style murder of her childhood friend. Okay. And that friend's name was Delia Johnson, and she was 42. Claudia killed her friend at a candlelight vigil for another friend on August 4th of 2021 in Crown Heights.
So she goes to a candlelight vigil. They go to a candlelight vigil for the friend. And
one friend kills the other friend.
Nice.
Yes. So surveillance footage captured the event when Branton was wearing a blonde wig and black clothing, and she approached Johnson from behind as she conversed with others. And she shot her point blank in the head. And even after Johnson collapsed, Banton fired at least 5 more shots before fleeing the scene in a nearby vehicle. And obviously the attack that sent everybody in the crowd, running away, scrambling in terror. Shortly after, the police pulled Banton over. They didn't realize that they had the killer. They misidentified her because of the wig that she was wearing. And of course, she removed the wig, so they had a different description of her. And so she was able to get away, and she then deleted her social media accounts, and she fled to Jacksonville, Florida. And U.S. Marshals finally found her there and apprehended her 3 months later.
I always say they get their man or their woman.
Right. So during the trial, which concluded with her conviction on April 3rd of this year, she showed absolutely no remorse. The motive for the murder remains unclear, leaving Johnson's family and friends just wanting questions answered. They just don't understand why. At the sentencing, Johnson's family delivered emotional impact statements. Her mother, Delia Berry, who had once considered Banton like a daughter, expressed her devastation, stating, "I did the best I could for Claudia." And Johnson's brother, Mathis Lemons, condemned Banton's actions as an act of pure evil, emphasizing the permanent void left by his sister's absence. And her daughter, Ladea Jenkins, of course, addressed Banton, and she says, "To say this hurt, I cannot even say that. That's putting it lightly." So Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez described the murder as a cold-blooded execution of a woman who was attending a ceremony to honor a late friend, highlighting the brazen nature of the crime committed among the crowd of mourners. And that's how do you...
That's just fucking stupid.
I know. And obviously.
Thank God they got her.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're going to do this and do that and fear no repercussions.
Exactly.
I don't know, but this one's different. So I know you want to go to Paris, and you know I'm not going to Paris. How long do you think the flight would be to get there?
8 to 9 hours.
8 to 9, 10 hours, you said?
Yeah, 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours. Now, if we were going to go to Paris, if we're going to take a flight that long, we're going to get the best seat that we can get, right?
We made the mistake when we went to Hawaii and didn't.
Yeah.
Well, actually, by the time we bought our tickets, they didn't have any of a good seat available. But we didn't know any better either.
But the flight to Hawaii wasn't that long. It
6-7 hours?
It was the flight from here to Los Angeles, where we were at. Mm-hmm. It was so long.
Okay.
But anyway, so we would naturally get the best seats that we could afford. Mm-hmm. Right? Most people would. So you could be comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, how comfortable do you think you would be in the bathroom?
Oh, well, for me,
on a trip from
probably
Paris.
Very comfortable because I go to the bathroom
Lord.
so much.
Oh, Jesus. That's too much TMI. But New York City to Paris, I have no idea. Let me ask. How long is the flight from New York City to Paris?
Here's what I found.
It is, if you're leaving New York, you will need to fly 3,628 miles to reach Paris. And the average blah, blah, blah. So it's 7 hours and 25 minutes. All right.
So I wasn't too far off.
No, by the time you taxi and all the bullshit you've done spot on and get your luggage and everything else. So anyway, let me tell you about this special lady. Okay. Her name is Svetlana, Dali. So I'm just calling her Dali. And she's 57 years old. Mm. So she goes to the airport in New York City on Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
Right? Busiest travel day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And so, she, decided that she wants to fly for free. And she was able to board a Delta Airlines flight, and she hid in one of the bathrooms on the flight from New York City to Paris, and this back in November 2024. Well, that's actually a charge.
I would say so.
A federal stowaway charge. And she got her ass arrested, and I'll tell you about the details in a minute. But she had court this week. She went to trial. How fucking stupid are you? What?
How did she make it through
I just told you.
They should be charged, too, for allowing this to happen.
I just told you I'm going to give you the details in a minute. All right? So, but she goes to trial. All right? Now, she does this. She gets arrested. And I'll tell you all the details in a minute. But this dumbass goes to trial. Federal trial.
Yeah.
You're going to get fucking convicted.
Yeah.
And the jurors determined in the Brooklyn court on Thursday that Dolly, who's 57, was guilty of slipping past security and airline gate agents at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. And she got her ass on a Delta flight to the Charles de Gaulle Airport in France on November 26th without a ticket. All right. Therein lies the charge. Now, Dally, who has been in custody for more than 5 months, could face up to 6 months in prison.
So she'd just get out on time served,
Probably.
like Kim Kardashian's people.
Right.
Okay.
So her attorney, Michael Snyder, didn't make any comments because he got his ass handed to him. But anyway, let me tell you about the trial. The 57-year-old's trial lasted about 2 days with jury selection and opening statements having been made on Tuesday. Now, Dally, who is a Russian citizen with U.S. residency, testified a day later, and this bitch takes the stand. She testifies that she had gone to where the people were boarding the flights. Mm-hmm. And this is quotations. Just walked into the airplane, as according to ABC News. She said airline staff did not ask her for a boarding pass and admitted she didn't have one. Right? Surveillance videos shown during the trial showed Dally blending in with a group of airline passengers and walking past the Delta Airlines staffers who were checking the tickets. She then said that she stayed in the bathroom almost to the duration of the flight, almost from the beginning to the end, because she felt sick.
Oh.
Now, bitch, you were hiding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the prosecutors came back and cited the charges, saying Dally initially failed to get through a TSA security checkpoint around 8:24 p.m. on the day of the flight because she did not have a boarding pass, but try again. And she did and successfully made it through a few minutes later via a special lane for airline employees, which was masked by a large Air Europea flight crew. I guess they trying to hurry up and get to their flight. She just slipped on through. So after they screened her there,
yeah.
After being screened, Dally boarded the flight around 10:03 p.m. while Delta agents were busy helping ticketed passengers aboard. Now the plane does what planes do. It takes off around 10:37 p.m. But before landing in Paris, Dally was discovered by the flight crew.
I hope so.
And they radioed the French authorities. And when they landed, she got arrested because she could not provide a boarding pass, right? The cops met her at the gate. And they stopped her before she even made it into customs. So then they turned around and shipped her ass back to New York on December the 4th. And she was escorted to the interview room and they got the juice from her. She said, I was flying as a stowaway. So the whole sickness part or whatever.
So when they questioned her, she admitted what she was doing, but she still went to trial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Prisons are fucking full of dummies.
Okay.
Now, prosecutors said that Dally was initially released from custody with an electric monitoring system, a good old ankle bracelet, but she got her ass arrested again after she cut it off and attempted to enter Canada.
I mean, seriously, we have failed in so many ways.
Wait, I'm not done with Miss Dally yet. They also noted that she had tried to bypass security measures at 2 other airports prior to this incident, including at the Bradley International Airport near Hartford, Connecticut. But she was unsuccessful at getting on a plane and eventually just left the airport. It's like a fucking pastime for her. Some people go to football games. Miss Dally goes to the airport and just tries to hop free flights.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do when you get there? Right? Whatever. So the TSA administrator told NBC News in December that Dally was screened and that bypassing security checkpoints was not that easy. And well, Miss Dally proved you wrong, motherfucker. And rarely happens. And they added that she was trying to evade checkpoints during an incredibly busy day of the year of Thanksgiving travel. now. And of course, they say they don't take the incident light and all that bullshit and it won't happen again. Here's a PSA for TSA. Thanksgiving weekend, more people are going to try to do nefarious shit than other times. You know why? Because you have more people there. But just the law of fucking averages, people sitting in a room, the more you have in a room, the more, the chance is that you're going to have a criminal person in the room who wants to do bad shit.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Same way you might have a peaceful person. The more people you put in a room, the higher the percentage is whatever the variety of people are.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Anyway, Miss Allie, you're a dumbass. Summer's just around the corner, and the folks at Mint Mobile have a hot take. Getting the summer bod is out, and getting your savings bod is in. This spring and summer, we want skimpy wireless bills and fat wallets. And with premium wireless plans for just $15 a month, you can have both without breaking a sweat or the bank. I was paying way too much for wireless service and decided to give Mint Mobile a try. And I've been seriously impressed. The call quality is crystal clear, the data speeds are fast, and I'm saving hundreds of dollars. It's the easiest switch I ever made, and I didn't have to sacrifice a thing. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text, delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get your summer savings and shop premium wireless plans at mintmobile.com/RLRC. That's mintmobile.com/RLRC. Upfront payment of $45 for a 3-month, 5-gigabyte plan required. It's equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Hot sleepers, listen up. This one's for you. You probably know Avocado Green mattresses for their certified organic mattresses, but did you know they also make unbelievably breathable natural bedding? From soft organic cotton sheets to light as air as silk and lofty down duvets. Their bedding is designed to naturally regulate temperature and to keep you cool and comfy and sleeping soundly all night. Hey, and let's be real. When you're swapping out jeans for shorts and turning up the AC, it's probably time to refresh your bed too, because we sleep better when we sleep cool, and nothing sleeps cooler than natural organic bedding. What I love about Avocado's bedding is how breathable and temperature regulating it is. Whether you're wrapped up in that organic cotton sheet or under their down or silk duvet inserts, you're staying cool, dry, and comfortable all night. No more waking up in a sweat. Plus the feel, the total luxury. These are the kind of sheets you look forward to climbing into. Their cotton is soft from night one and it gets even better with every wash. And don't get me started on the down duvet. It's like sleeping under a perfectly cool cloud. And of course, everything is made with sustainability in mind, from GOTS certified organic cotton to responsible down standard certification. So you're not just investing in a better night's sleep. You're supporting ethical, eco-conscious practices, better for you, better for the planet. Head to avocadomattress.com today to save 10% on all bedding and 50% on clearance bedding. Avocado is a dream of being better.
Yeah, but so is all the other people that didn't show. So are all the other people that didn't stop her along the way. She could have had a bomb. She could
totally agree with you. I think everybody in the world agrees with you. Absolutely correct.
It's ridiculous. We've never boarded a plane and of course, we've never tried to do what she did.
Yeah, just a good old pastime, get through TSA and hop whatever. Then you got to get on without your board pass.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. What you got?
I'm debating on whether I Do you think there can be a Cyndi version of Swim?
No. No.
I can somewhat relate to this one, but in Glendale, Arizona, and 2 mothers are facing multiple charges after leaving their 4 children unattended in a parking lot while they go to church. No, I'm joking. While they go drinking in a bar.
I hope you can't relate to that story.
I can't as a mother. I can as a child.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, fuck, you better not left our kids in a fucking car and going drinking.
The incident occurred on May 8th of 2025 at the Westgate Entertainment District in Glendale, Arizona. So around 11 a.m., witnesses reported seeing a small child running alone in a parking lot. And upon investigation, police found 3 additional children inside a vehicle, including toddlers and car seats. The children were left alone for approximately 40 minutes before the mothers returned. And when confronted by police, the women claimed they had only been gone for 10 to 15 minutes. But the cops are like, we've been sitting here for 45 minutes, so that's a lie. And body camera footage captured the mothers' return and their interactions with the police. So the women exhibited signs of intoxication, including slurred speech and, of course, the smell of alcohol. And while they were talking to the women, they did a search of their vehicle and they found marijuana in the car's glove compartment, which was easily accessible to the children. And the children were taken to a hospital for medical evaluation, but they were okay. And both women were arrested and, of course, faced multiple charges. Glendale police emphasized that leaving children alone, especially while under the influence, is not only irresponsible, but also illegal. Just in case y'all don't know this.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's special. Get your drink on, leave your kids in the car, go to jail.
Yeah.
It's time for worldwide crime. What is the definition of Misogynistic?
Misogynistic means strongly prejudiced against women.
That's what I thought it meant. Y'all were going to Australia. And, I like to drink a little beer in Australia and get down, have a good time and stuff like that. And Sin, I know you had coming up a lot more male friends and probably girlfriends and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you about it. A pair of friends, they've been friends for like 9 years. And their names were Corby, Jean Walpole, and Jake Loader. And they're both 23 years old, right? So... and they had been drinking and partying and doing a little cocaine, a little yayo, right? So, and they were at a party and they were throwing down. They had between 23 and 35 drinks during the party.
Goodness.
Yep. So, well, and it's about after the 35th drink, Jake tells Corby, "Hey, bitch, get back in the kitchen and don't drink with the boys." All right.
Okay.
How did you think she took that?
She probably picked up something and hit him.
This is pretty crazy. She says, "Well, I don't really like you being misogynistic." How you say it?
Misogynistic.
Yeah, misogynistic. She then goes, that she being Corby, goes and gets a can of gasoline.
Oh.
Yes. You see where this is going, right? And she throws it all over his ass and then proceeds to light him on fire. Fire. Yes. And now you imagine you had about 35 drinks and a couple of lines of cocaine and bitch, get back in the kitchen. Don't be drinking with the boys, mate. And then she comes out and it's like, "I'll show you." So she lights his ass on fire, puts it, they said, set him ablaze as they were drinking in the backyard. And this is according to Australia Broadcasting Corporation, or their ABC. So nothing burns like a little gasoline, and Loader sustained third-degree burns to 55% of his body and was in an induced coma for 8 days. Right? That's when they put you in the fucking coma because your pain is so bad you could just take it if you were awake.
Yeah.
So she goes to trial. And in court, Loader's friends said they heard him screaming and tried to put out the flames with a dog bed. And then he was thrown into a pool, put out the fire. Oh. And what was Miss Walpole doing? She stood watching and said, "What the fuck have I done?" And he told me to do it. I'm pretty sure he told you a lot of things, ma'am, but he did tell you to light his ass on fire. So the judge who's overseeing the case described the act as unprovoked and particularly violent, fueled by drugs and heavy drinking. This is a tragic case in so many ways for the victim and his family, and the offender and her family. 2 young lives destroyed, Judge Jennifer English said. Now in court, Walpole said she was remorseful and she has given up drugs and alcohol, and she will be eligible for parole in 2029 because she got a 7-year sentence.
What?
Yeah. So they didn't, the old saying, throw a few shrimp on the Barbie. She threw Jake on the Barbie. Thank God they had a swimming pool. He might have died 8 or 9 days in an induced coma. Fuck that. That's a long ass. 55%
of his body.
That's a long nap. Yeah. I mean, you got third-degree burns. You got serious fucking issues.
Yeah.
You're going to be scarred for the rest of your life and everything else. Mm-hmm. But he said and told her, "Bitch, get in the kitchen. Yeah. Get in the kitchen. Don't drink with the boys." What would you do if I told you that?
Well, I'd be in the kitchen.
No, fuck you. You wouldn't. I'd be hearing the shotgun racking.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd be looking for the gasoline coming. Bitch, get in the kitchen.
You want me to cook you something? I'm going to cook you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Put a few, whatever his name's on the Barbie. So anyway.
Woody's on the Barbie. Oh, a hot dog.
Yeah. I ate a dozen hot dogs yesterday on the beach.
You're such a liar.
Your turn.
Okay. It is surprisingly, usually at this point you cut me. So I wasn't expecting.
Not everyone. I can cut you if you want me to.
If you feel the need to, you can.
That's your turn.
Okay, so we're going to Surprise, Arizona.
Surprise. I actually think I drove through there because I remember seeing that sign.
Yeah, surprise.
Right. I think I took a picture of it.
You probably did. I used to love to get your pics and videos from the road.
Yeah, that's because I was driving from one of the places in Arizona that I was working, because it wasn't that far from like the state line where another one of the places I had to go to. And so I flew into wherever, like Phoenix or whatever, rented a car, and I had to go hit these places. And no, y'all wasn't robbing them. I was doing other kinds of work. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that and sent it to you.
So there's a husband and wife that are getting divorced, and they're selling their home during this. And the soon-to-be ex-husband, his name is Brandon, and he's 56 years old. The wife's name is Allison, and she's 41 years old. Their last name is Gregory. And Allison and Brandon have 2 children, 2 girls. And they are at their house that they're selling, and they get into an argument. And she grabs a bat and supposedly hits him in the crotch area, nice. Which he then gets the bat.
She's swinging for the balls.
Right. And then he gets the bat from her and just starts beating her.
Well, in his defense, you hit me in the balls with a bat, I'm probably going to lose my Jesus. And if I can get the bat from you, I'm probably going to, I have to take that charge.
Well, I mean, right. I mean, I'm not saying beat a, but I mean, my goodness.
So she attacks him with a bat, or he attacks her with a bat. What happened?
So she goes and she attacks him. She has a bat.
I heard that part.
And,
she hits him in the balls. He takes the bat. He starts beating on her. What happened?
And she dies. He attempts to give her CPR and she's gone. So he rolls her up in a rug and puts her in her car.
Oh,
okay.
Lord. Yeah.
Well, everything would have kind of been fine except her youngest daughter, who was 14, is having a graduation. Like, they have like kindergarten graduation, 5th grade graduation, 8th grade graduation, then, senior year. So her daughter has an 8th grade graduation, and Allison has some family members coming into town, flying into the airport, and she never picks them up.
Right.
So when she misses that pickup, then it's reported that she's missing. And investigators, of course, go to her residence, Allison's residence, and can tell that something happened at the scene. So they begin looking for her and Brandon. And they find Brandon 100 miles away in the Mojave County. And
gotta be the desert,
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And he's in Allison's car, and her body is still in the back of it. This is days later. And so there's also a note that he's written addressed to his daughters and requesting forgiveness for his actions. So obviously he is arrested, and that's where that ends.
I wonder why he just wouldn't bury the body in the desert and get rid of it.
That might be where he was headed to.
You said several days later.
Well, maybe
I would think it'd be pretty fucking important to get a body out of your car as fast as you can, but we know that that's not always the case, right?
Yep.
So there you have it. Well, let me give you another. It's time for Effed Up Professionals. So this is like pretty much Cop Week, Memorial Week, and stuff like that for law enforcement. And, people become cops. You're never going to get rich, and you have to work a lot of extra duty details just to make ends meet. But you got pretty decent benefits. Like I had free health insurance and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. And, not would say police with sheriff's office, but pretty good benefits and stuff. And let me tell you about a police officer named Nicole Brown, and we're in California, and she's in a fucking shit ton of trouble. Okay. She's facing 15 felony charges and 22 years in prison. You know what she did?
Mm-mm.
She's accused of workers' compensation insurance fraud and stealing more than $600,000 from taxpayers. Now wait till I tell you how she did it. She was formerly with the Westminster Police Department, and she suffered a head injury in 2022 while attempting to handcuff a suspect and was later placed on disability. Oh. Here we go, right? Plot thickens. The Orange County DA says that Brown, who was 39, complained to her watch commander that she had a headache and was feeling dizzy. But an emergency room doctor who looked at her the same day released her back to work without restrictions. Mm-hmm. Plot thickens. Mm-hmm. Several days after the incident, Brown called in sick to work multiple days in a row and was later diagnosed with a severe concussion syndrome and was placed on total temporary disability.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I had that happen. I had my skull fractured and shit like that. And, that was just a bad fucking time.
You're lucky you made it through that.
So now in Westminster, officers who receive a job-related injury are entitled to their full salary for up to a year in addition to any medical fees. Now, this is where the plot thickens. The DA office claimed that Brown cost Westminster more than $600,000 in taxpayer money during her time on disability. Because while on her disability, Brown complained of headaches, dizziness, sensitivity to light and noise, problems processing thoughts and words, and an inability to work on the computer or do any screen time.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that those are all things that they really can't check. Yeah, right. So at some point, the powers that be are like, this is a little fucking fishy. And they began an investigation into Brown on disability. Well, I used to do that kind of PI work, and the insurance companies would hire me to follow the person and see that, they got a bad back. I'm not going to tell all the tricks I use, but bad back and whatever and everything. I'd get them on camera line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know there's an online cannabis company that ships federally legal THC right to your door? And they found a way to combine THC with carefully selected functional ingredients to target nearly every mood and health concern you can think of. I'm talking about Mood.com's incredible line of functional gummies. And you can get 20% off your first order at Mood.com with promo code RLRC. Forget one-size-fits-all supplements that only get you high. Mood's functional gummies are optimized to kick in as little as 15 minutes and take you to the mood that you're looking for. Whether that's Mind Magic gummies for deep work and creativity, PMS support to ease cramps and balance mood swings, or their sexual euphoria gummies to help you feel ready for action and turn every touch into a full body experience. Look, y'all, you know I have trouble sleeping. I take the Sleepy Time gummy. I take a quarter of one before I go to sleep, and I sleep hard all night long. Never even move, wake up feeling fresh as a daisy. So listen, you can find gummies to just get you high pretty much anywhere these days. But Mood's functional gummies combine premium federal legal THC with targeted botanicals to help you get into that perfect mood, usually in as little as 15 minutes. And everything ships discreetly right to your door. No dispensary lines, no awkward conversations, just better days and nights delivered to your doorstep. Best of all, not only is every Mood product backed by a 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with code RLRC. So head to Mood.com, find the functional gummy that matches exactly what you're looking for, and let Mood help you discover your perfect mood. And don't forget to use promo code RLRC when you check out to save 20% on your first order. Hey, lifers, Woody Overton here, and I want to talk to y'all about something that's come up around our house more than once lately: hormones. Now, I can't speak from personal experience on this one, but I've seen it firsthand with Cyndi. There were days she'd be feeling drained, overwhelmed, even a little off. We couldn't figure out why. She was eating right, taking care of herself, getting things done like always, but something just wasn't clicking. Turns out it wasn't just stress. It wasn't just being tired. She took this free 2-minute quiz from a company called Happy Mammoth, and it gave her some serious insight into what might be going on with her hormone levels. After answering just a few simple questions, she got personalized breakdown, and one of the main things it pointed out was that her body may be overloaded with estrogen. That's when we found Hormone Harmony, Happy Mammoth's plant-based herbal formula designed to support your hormone levels, stress response, and overall well-being. Since Cyndi started taking Hormone Harmony, she said it's made a noticeable difference. Things like occasional bloating, low energy, and those mild mood dips, all less frequent. And it didn't take a huge lifestyle overhaul to see those changes. Just a small daily habit that fit right into her routine. Now listen, this isn't some one-size-fits-all deal. This quiz gives you personalized recommendations so you can understand what's going on in your body and what might help you feel better. Whether it's Hormone Harmony or one of their other hormone support products, you'll know exactly where to start. And here's the thing. Happy Mammoth has helped thousands of women. They have over 40,000 5-star reviews, and a bottle of Hormone Harmony sells every 24 seconds. That many folks can't be wrong. Ready to start feeling like yourself again? Head over to happymammoth.com and take their free 2-minute hormone quiz today to find the ultimate answer to your stubborn hormonal issues. And for a limited time, you can also get 15% off your entire first order with my code RLRC at checkout. That's HAPPYMAMMOTH.com and use the code RLRC for 15% off today. So, well, Brown, they investigated her ass, and she was witnessed drinking and partying at the Stagecoach Music Festival in April of 2023, despite the loud, crowded environment with temperatures over 100 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't stop there. She went to Disneyland and attended 3 AYSO soccer conferences. She went snowboarding and skiing in the Big Bear and Mammoth Mountains, I guess. And wait a minute. I mean, she's all sick, right?
Yeah.
She ran 2 5K races, played golf, took online courses with the university, and attended baseball games and ate hot dogs. I'm just fucking with you about the hot dog part, but she did attend baseball games. So her stepfather, Peter Schumann, who is a licensed attorney in California, has also been charged after being accused of aiding her in committing fraud by advocating on her behalf during a meeting to discuss what police duties she could perform. The meeting took place 3 days after the Stagecoach Music Festival. They already had her ass, right?
Yeah.
During the meeting, Brown claimed she was unable to look at the screen and was sitting in a dark room.
Oh, poor baby.
With Schumann speaking on her
She had a
behalf.
hangover.
Yeah, right. But I mean, that was part of her shit. She can't have noise. She can't have whatever.
I know. I'm just.
So Schumann, the attorney, who's 57, has been charged with 1 felony count of making fraudulent insurance benefit claim and 1 felony count of assisting, abetting, conspiring, soliciting a person in an unlawful act. He faces a maximum sentence of 8 years in prison and could suffer discipline by the State Bar of California. Well, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Now, Brown, or hero cop here or not, Brown has been charged with 9 felony counts of making fraudulent statements to obtain compensation, 6 felony counts of making fraudulent insurance benefit claim, and 1 felony enhancement of committing an aggravated white collar crime over $100,000. And if convicted on all counts, she faces 22 years in prison. So, but let me tell you what she did as a cop. All right. But prior to her leave for her illness, Brown served as a homeless liaison officer in Westminster. Because you got so many homeless people, you got to have your own cop for it.
Yeah.
To go between.
Right.
Said, I just don't think that anyone is hopeless, Brown told Behind the Badge in 2020. This is not the prettiest job dealing with the homeless. You might get someone off the streets and they might go back to the street, and it's that cycle. But to actually be able to make an impact on someone's life for the better is why I wanted this position. Now, at the time, Brown's partner, Ronald Perez, said of her, she has compassion. She is all about notes. Everything is organized and she keeps me focused. Well, she won't be keeping you focused anymore because she's today's effed up professional. Right?
Wow.
What you got?
I got.
Well, you know what? You're too late. I'm going to cut into you now. Ha ha.
Ha ha.
You said
I knew
it earlier.
was coming anyway.
You said it earlier, so here it is. And I can't be waiting on you.
Are you kidding me? Listeners,
yes.
Lifers, you're not hearing all the dead space that I have deleted.
Yes. Excellent set of editing skills my wife possesses. All right. So I got to do one. All right, here we go. It's time for Beast Mode. Go to California, Oroville. I'm saying that. It's Oroville. And this is not a good story, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So there was a woman, and she goes to a home in Oroville, California to visit. Okay? When she got there, she opened the gate in the yard.
Okay.
And she proceeded to be attacked by 2 badass dogs. This according to the police. They said, and she was they fucked her up bad. The injuries of the woman, who has not been identified, were so severe she is currently unable to speak. Means they got her throat, right?
Jeez.
So that's according to the Oroville police. They said the attack took place at 12:55 a.m. on May the 15th when the woman had just arrived at a home on Burlington Avenue. Now, she opened the gate and the two dogs tore her ass up. The owner, who's also not been identified, was inside the home at the time, and he hauls ass outside and secures the dogs and then began to give her aid. And he was yelling at bystanders to call 911. Now, when the cops got there, they found the lady suffering from severe injuries to her neck, face, and extremities. She was rushed to the hospital in the ambulance where she was given emergency treatment. But guess what? It wasn't enough. No, she's not dead. You're shaking your head, but she's not dead. That emergency treatment hospital wasn't good enough. She was transferred to a higher level medical facility for more care.
Wow.
And thankfully, she remains in stable condition. But due to the extent of her injuries, she can't talk and has not been able to assist in the investigation. So the Oroville Police Department doesn't have any other records of these dogs attacking anybody, but the dogs were secured by the local SPCA, and the cops said there are no witnesses. So there you go. I mean, 12 midnight or whatever, and you go over to visit. It probably was maybe not being ism or whatever. It was probably a booty call or something in Oroville, and she opened the gate and didn't know those dogs were so protective. I don't know how much ownership the owner has to take in that, to be honest with you. His dogs were secure. Our old mama dog in the house, if somebody comes in that she doesn't know, she's going to bark, or somebody's trying to get in the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get in and you get your, well, no.
I know.
It's a catch-22. Hopefully she regains the ability to speak, and hopefully she gets well. And I don't know. It's kind of a fucked up story.
It is a fucked up story. I just go back to, I feel like my friend's dog that bit me should, that dog shouldn't have.
My own dogs bit me.
I know.
Bit my fingers off.
Yeah.
It's amazing it's still there.
And that they function.
Yeah. Well, the one doesn't function now, but that's because of another injury.
I don't know. I just think that a dog that bites and like that, like unprovoked is.
It's midnight. Strangers coming into your yard. It's dark. Okay. Yeah. Strangers coming into your yard. You're liable to get your ass bit.
So then that's up to the homeowner. Like when we have people come over, we put our dogs up. Not that they're even going to attack, just they don't have to deal with the licking and like all of that.
It's midnight. What if the homeowner was asleep?
Then the dogs did the right thing.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. But dogs, you went a little bit overboard, and we hope this lady gets well.
Yeah,
right?
I hope so.
So we love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you for liking and listening and sharing. We know we have a ton of commercials, our national sponsors. We thank them. If you don't want to listen to the commercials, then you go to patreon.com, type in Real Life, Real Crime. And if you choose so, you can become a subscriber and get every episode commercial free, early release, bonus episodes, and all that great stuff, right? And if you don't want to be a Patreon member, go to the App Store and download the Real Life, Real Crime Community app, which is where I go to every day first and answer, because it has everything Real Life, Real Crime, including our convict level subscriptions, where you can get commercial free early releases and all the other benefits that are in there. But if you can't do that, hey, we love you anyway. And thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to our listeners. All you lifers out there rock.
Absolutely.
All right. And anything else?
Please make sure that you are following us on especially on Apple and on iTunes, Spotify, because they update their algorithm and whatever. And if you haven't listened to a recent episode, they just go out and they just clear the cache. Yeah. And you have to go refollow.
Yep, that's happened several times over the years.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting your episodes, then you have to go refollow.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all do that because you're getting 6 episodes a week.
Yes.
And we got more stuff coming, and not only the human trafficking series, but I'm telling you right now, we'll let the cat out of the bag. It's going to be about a month, but there's another #4 series coming. Yes. And of course, the original Real Life Real Crime drops on Saturdays. And I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Memorial Day doorbuster deals are here at Lowe's. Right now, rewards members save $80 on the Master Forge 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, rewards members save $900 on the Lowe's exclusive Hisense French door refrigerator, now only $999. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.